I'm going to make a start on making a journal or an album, whatever you want to call it, for putting your artwork in. And what you're going to need is you're going to need some greyboard. You can get this from anywhere, really. I actually got this from Craftalia. I got a great big sheet of, 2 great big sheets of greyboard. But, you know, just Google it and find the cheapest. That's the main thing. Find the cheapest greyboard you can find. I'll try and find a link for it and put it in the description. And what I've done is I've painted it with Black Gesso. You can paint it also with white gesso. It's entirely up to you. It doesn't matter because once it's all done, it won't show. But it just gives it a nice little primer, if you like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some cardstock for the back of it. And I'll show you that. But the size I'm doing is a 7-inch. These are 7-inch square, and you need 2 of those, a 7-inch square. And these 2, which this will be the spine in the middle, and this will be a fold over as well, so that when it's folded over, we can put a tie on it or a magnet or whatever we want. And that is 2 inches, obviously, by 7-inch. And then when we put our paper in, I'm going to do them 6-inch for inside, but that will be another video I will do for the inside. For now, I'm going to show you how I construct this one. So obviously we won't have a sheet this long, so I'm using my my black cardstock. Let me make sure I've got the right stuff there. I don't want it too thick. Some of my black cardstock is 300 GSM and I don't need that. So we're just going to get one piece of it, and what you're going to leave is you're going to leave an edge around like that. Let me measure that for you. Yeah, round about 3/4 of an inch or an inch if you like. Round about an inch or half an inch. It doesn't matter because it will get covered. So the main thing is that that needs to go on there like that. I'm going to glue that down now. So this is part 1. I did the black gesso because I wanted to cover with a black cardstock. So get to the edge. And like I say, leave a corner there. Like that. And then you're going to leave a little gap before you pop this one down, like that. So that when it bends, it's not going to crack it. Just leave just a small enough gap for bending it over like that. And what I'll do is I'll just score that a little bit on my scoreboard. While that's glued down, just get my scoring tool. I'm just going to score down there like that. I've got a hair on there. So that sort of gives you your score line. And then we'll glue this piece on. This is the way I do it anyway. There are lots of tutorials on YouTube. So just that little bit of a gap, can you see? that I've done there, but make sure these line up at the bottom here along there, like that. Okay. And we're going to do the same with the other side, because I will sort of bind up to that, but for now I just want that cut off, and we'll do the other side. It's just a matter of joining everything together. So if you can see, I'm just going to glue that on there. But first again, I want to put a score line down there. That's nicely glued down. And I'm just going to score that down there. So that will bend over nicely, and that will bend over nicely. Can you see? That's going to bend lovely. So it's about an 1/8, isn't it? It doesn't matter if it doesn't line up exactly, you know, don't stress over it. And I'm going to glue this part to it. Hold down. I also do albums using the cinch machine that has got the binding wires on. So that's going to go there, like that. And that can go up to that edge there where it bends over, like that. So I'll glue that on. It's a bit of a process, so, you know, don't feel like you have to rush it. Do a little bit each day. Or if you've got a day when you want to just sit and craft, you know, have a play. And it just makes for a nice album that you've done yourself. And again, I'm going to score down here. Up nicely. And then I'm going to glue this last piece on. Again, just leaving that little bit of a 1/4 inch there. Around about 1/4 inch, so that when it folds over, you're not breaking the you're not cracking the cardstock. Yeah, you'll see here now how that goes over. That's your front of it, and then this, when it comes over there, that will be the other side of it. So I need to score here now, like that, to glue and set. This is a hunky-dory scoreboard. It's a good big one, a really good big one. that's closed like that, and that folds over there. You can have this as deep as you like or as narrow as you like, but as you can see, it sort of creates a box, and you see that sort of creates a box effect. Like I say, it doesn't have to be perfect, but that will be your opening and your closing. And you can actually put another piece of grey board on there if you want it, you know, firmer than that. But I think for me, by the time we've covered it with our artwork and everything, it'll look quite nice. So that's that. Inside, you want to cover inside. So again, you want to get your black like that, and that'll need to cover over. Or if you want to make it that little bit smaller, you can cut down here, and that's mainly what I do. So I'm going to show you how I do that. Get the scissors. On the corner, mite to the corner like that. Where you've scored, cut down to it like that. And again, mite to the corners. Like I say, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, if you prefer to buy a journal ready done, it's entirely up to you, but I do know they are expensive. So if you do that all round, this is the best of painting your grey board, is that it doesn't show. You know, it's a nice sort of a nice finish to it. Make sure it's well stuck down. Like that. And that will need to be scored at the end. Just turn it round. It's a while since I made one of these. The last time I did one for making an ATC folder, and that is on my YouTube channel. You just have to put in the search ATC folder, and it was a nice little quick and easy one to do. You see some lovely albums, you really do, where they put all sorts of tabs and things in, and I think we can do that sort of each week and enjoy that. So now we've done those, we're going to fold over these edges. In my bone folder, and I'm just going to bend that down and glue it. Just hold it for a second if you've not got a quick glue. The one I'm using is the Art Glitter Dries Clear glue. I know it's got the Nouveau bottle inside my machine, but I filled it with, because I had a full bottle of the Art Glitter glue, which was, I think it was about 16 ounce. feel free to fast forward. So that's doing it with glue. I'm going to show it you with red tape now, because that is, as you can see, not the best, is it? So let's get some red tape. Not messing about. And as you can see, that's gone down nice and tight. That one's not stuck properly. I'll add some more glue under for now. But red tape is the hero of the day. As you can see, that's made a nice cover, hasn't it? Lovely and smooth. Put all the red tape on, and then I get my red tape from every Crafts a Bargain. It's you'll find online if you're in the UK. Not sure if they ship abroad. You'd have to have a look for that, but their prices are really good. Once you put this stuff down, it sticks really, really well. I use it for my shaker cards too, which is good with acetate. So let's do this one. Hopefully you can see all this okay. Fluff. Don't know where the fluff's come from. Turn it around. See how well that's all stuck down and how that bit with normal glue didn't. So go for the red tape. And because you're mighty your corners, it sits in nicely. A little bit stiffer there because that's where the card is doubled over. You can see on the back. But you know, it joined it all nicely, and this will be covered with a nice image. And you know what I'm doing with this black cardstock, you can actually do with fabric as well if you want. If you've got a nice big piece of fabric, get a metre, you know, 3/4 of a metre of fabric, and pop that down, glue it onto the fabric using fabric glue, and stamp on your fabric, paint on your fabric. You'll see some of my videos where I have painted on fabric, and it is so easy and such fun. It really is. So that's nicely done there. So I just need to cut along here. So let's get that level. On that one. That one. We can either turn that in and give it in a bit of extra strength, which we can do that. Or we can just leave it flat and I'll cut it. So that when that's folded over like that, it fits nicely. Just make sure that's nice there. I've got it on the right cut. Yep. And there we have our base. And that's the start of it. So if you can get to that stage, and this part one, we'll then start to cover this side. We'll cover this side. We'll cover the spine, all the spines inside, and then lastly, so that's what we'll do next on the next tutorial, is we'll cover the insides, and if you like, we can cover the back and everything else last, because what I want to do is when we do cover the insides, I want to show you how to put your pages in, which is really, really easy. So hope you've enjoyed that, and join me for part 2. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.